I'm going to shuffle up the remaining Major Arcana cards to see which pathway we're going to take walking into 2026. I trust that the right pathway to lead us where we need to go this January is going to be the one we choose. This is the card I want to choose. And it is number 2, the High Priestess. The High Priestess walks path 13 on the Tree of Life, which moves from Keter at the top of the middle pillar of balance on the Tree of Life, the white one there at the top, and travels all the way down the middle pillar to the yellow sephira in the middle, Tiferet. Keter, known as the crown, is sephira number 1. It is the beginning, the conception, the potential, where the seed and action and initiation and impulses arrive from. It is all about new beginnings, opportunities, potential, unity with everything. Keter is the highest of the sephira and the closest to the divine. The High Priestess's path, number 13, takes us all the way down that middle pillar to Tiferet, which is, as I said before, the yellow sephira in the center of the middle pillar. And here we have a greater and higher sense of devotion. There's all matters of healing belonging to the sephira number 6. It is about harmony, equilibrium, cooperation, community, charity, pleasure, enjoyment, beauty, etc. It is also about responsibility and stability. Tiferet is the center, the heart of the Tree of Life. When you look at pathway 13 walked by the High Priestess, you can see it is a really long pathway. Although it's down the middle of the pillar of balance, it is crossing over the void and where the hidden sephira of dark lives. And it has a long way to go, which is probably why path number 13 is called the path of Gimel, which means a camel. It suggests that camels are self-sufficient animals and able to travel for days across the desert, which in ancient times would have otherwise been uncrossable. And so too, the path walked with the High Priestess sustains us over the long journey from Keter to Tiferet. The High Priestess represents the connection between the conscious and unconscious realms and the power with understanding, nurturing, and the ability to bring forth new life. Her journey through the Tree of Life represents the process of accessing the hidden knowledge and wisdom of the subconscious mind and integrating it with the conscious mind to gain a deeper understanding of the world and one's place in it. As I mentioned, this path crosses the abyss, known as the gateway of knowledge, and the High Priestess helps us learn to balance the emotions so that we can hear our inner voice. The message is that only by exercising an iron will and a balance of wisdom and understanding can this journey be made successfully. While we will all probably be walking this path on a different spot on the continuum between Keter and Tiferet, the High Priestess calls on us to go within, to access our intuition, and open our hearts and minds to the messages we find there. One of the soul tasks of the High Priestess is to teach us how to honor our inner being. And what better time, perhaps, than at the beginning of a new year to consider what our relationship is like with our own soul, with our own inner being. How much do we listen to our own inner voice? Or do we allow ourselves to be easily swayed by other people's opinions and sometimes ignore the messages and insights that we naturally have? Now is the time to remember those moments when we had that insight and to work on expanding them and listening to them more. That inner knowledge that we have is our guidance system. And the more open we can be to listening to that and not just following the herd, the closer we will come to what our soul is truly asking of us. Let's pull a couple of minor arcana to see which sephira are influencing the High Priestess's path for us at this time. Shuffle them all up. Two cards, please. Just two cards. We have the Three of Cups, celebrations, which has fallen into Keter. Beautiful. Let's see what we have going into Tiferet. One card, please. One card, please. Oopsie. This one. And in Tiferet, we have the Ace of Swords, which is all about clarity and truth. Interesting. As I mentioned earlier, sephira number 1, Keter, is also known as the gate of potential. It has the power to originate. Normally the home of the 4 aces, we are now finding that the 3 of Cups has landed in this potential, this gate of potential in Keter. So what does the 3 of Cups showing up in Keter potentially mean for us? We know that we talk about the 3 of Cups being harmony and the creation of connection and personal charisma. It can be about friendships and celebration, creativity and collaborations. So with it showing up in the first sephira, Keter, it could be indicating that this is now a time for a potential to use the energy of the High Priestess to create something new in the world, a new beginning, a new concept. But as it is the 3 of Cups, it would indicate that this is a collaboration to be undertaken with other people, whether they're friends or people that we don't know yet. Certainly they would be people you would want to be friendly with, and it is all about creativity as well. The fact that we are asked to look into our own intuition with the High Priestess also indicates that this is the beginning phases of something new that we can perhaps create with others around us. Do you already know what it is you might be wanting to create moving forward into January of 2026? Do you know others that you might want to work in collaboration with? Who do you know that could help you bring your vision to light? Or who could you help bring their vision to light? When we look at the Ace of Swords showing up in Tiferet, which is often called the Gate of Truth, we need to keep in mind that this is a time for clear thinking, mental clarity. We will be having new ideas, but it is important that we keep our minds clear when we consider which ideas we're going to move forward with. Although we might want to be open to the idea that we might have an unusual new idea a breakthrough idea or new clarity. And if we're looking at it, we have the Three of Cups in Keter, and we have the Ace of Swords in Tiferet with the High Priestess between them, walking the path between them. I would consider that this month, as we move forward on our new ideas and create something new in collaboration with people we trust, we don't allow ourselves to be caught up in the fantasy of anything. We want to work our ideas out clearly, be open to changing them if we need to, making sure that they're workable. And that's where having a group of people to work with can be so helpful, because you can bounce your ideas off one another and make sure that you're thinking things through and you're not forgetting something as you create something very new and special to move into the new year with. Let's see if we can get a little more information from an oracle card or two. I'm shuffling up the Soul Helper Oracle deck. One card, please. And that card is card number 37. A message is trying to reach you. Be vigilant. The spirit world wishes to find and touch you. Wow, that seems kind of appropriate, since we have drawn the High Priestess as our Major Arcana's pathway. So finding time to make yourself available to hear what the High Priestess is here to teach you or to guide you on would be really helpful in the days and weeks going forward. Of course, it's up to you, but I'm certainly going to set some time aside to meditate on some of the ideas that have been rolling around in my head as to what I want to do in 2026. Who knows how many of them will come to fruition, but you know, sometimes it's the fun of going down the journey and thinking about what if and how can I do this, that teaches us and takes us further along the path and then creates something new and wonderful. I'm going to also draw a card from the Inner Child deck. Shuffle those up. See if there's anything additional we want to add with this. This one, please. And here we have card number 12. Emotions are the reflection. Look for the deeper meaning. Well, that's also interesting, because as we move into our intuition, and that definitely there is the possibility of emotions popping up. As we feel our emotions come up as we walk this path this month, try and look at them as objectively as you can without judgment, to see what deeper meaning they might have for you. Be contemplative rather than reactive, and you might get a whole new message that sets you on a totally new path. Okay, one last oracle card from the Divine Angel Oracle deck. Let's shuffle those up. Which angel has a message for us all this month, please? What message do we have as we walk the pathway with the High Priestess between the Three of Cups in Keter and the Ace of Swords in Tiferet? What do the angels want to tell us? Okay. Card number 909, confidence. Beautiful. Things are moving and you need to make a decision. Act with confidence and take risks. Time to put yourself out there. Quite a bit to think about this month for sure. I will also include more information on the blog as usual. In the meantime, sending you all love and light and many blessings on the month ahead.